I stood on stage, having just delivered a perfect performance. The audience's applause made me feel incredibly proud, and my family was cheering for me from below. Chapter 46. Mom's enthusiasm for the twins is boundless. She's been on a shopping spree, buying clothes for our little girls. Yes, you heard right, we had another ultrasound, and we're expecting two beautiful daughters. The name selection process has turned into a full-scale family debate, with everyone throwing their suggestions into the ring. Ever the devoted father to my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Noban, calls out thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. I am their father, and they should be called Antonia and Alexandria. I counter firmly. In moment it is a no. Elara, already embracing her role as grandmother, chimes in. Calling one of them Elara would be nice. I am the grandmom. Gareth, in his typical playful manner, throws out. Frances is a strong female name. Someone suggests. It would be nice to name one after Ethan's mom Sophia. Even Papa Thorn joins the fray, his voice stinged with nostalgia. Hope would be a good name after my wife. Ultimately, they leave the decision to me. I'm leaning toward Phoebe and Grace. I tell them, my hand resting on my swollen belly. When I see their faces, I will know for sure. It's all in their little smiles. The nursery is still a work in progress, and I'm hoping they can finish it in the next 2 weeks. We really got a late start on it. Feeling claustrophobic from being cooped up in the house, I decide to make a daring escape to Mom's place across the street. My first challenge, sneaking past Papa Charlie. Where are you going, young lady? His authoritative voice catches me off guard. I improvise quickly. I wanted a drink, so I got up to get it. Get your drink, then right back to bed. I am taking the twins out back. He instructs. Let me give them a kiss before you go. I shower my active twins with affection, tickling their tiny feet. As Papa Thorn heads out the back door, he calls over his shoulder. Get back to bed. With the coast clear, I make my move. Halfway across the street, I realize my mistake. My body feels heavy, and suddenly, my water breaks. I mind, link Ethan urgently. Come get me. I'm standing in the middle of the street with wet feet. My water broke. Mom's concerned voice carries across the yard. What are you doing? They told you to take it easy, and here you are in the street. Mom, my water broke. I explain. My voice shaky. I can see that. Elara holds her head, worry etched on her face. I need to calm down. I swear you're trying to give me a heart attack. Not now, Mom, I can't heal you. I retort, focusing on my own situation. Ethan's car screeches to a halt beside me, his face a mix of concern and confusion. Baby, what are you doing out here? I just wanted to see my mom. I start crying. Everybody is yelling at me, and my tummy hurts. Here comes another contraction. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to yell, Ethan says as he picks me up and carries me to the car. As they pull out of the driveway, Ethan sees Thorn, Elara, and Gareth getting in a car behind him. Pulling up to the hospital, there is Finn, Brandon, and Alistair waiting for us. It hurts, baby, really bad. Worse than last time. I got you, we're almost there. The nurses are there with a stretcher. Lay her here. The rest of you will have to go to the waiting room. I'll go in this room and get a gown on. The nurses are still pushing the stretcher to the delivery room. Well, let's see how we are doing. You have a little way to go. It'd say you should be holding your pots in about 30 minutes. Baby, another contraction. These are hard and fast. Ethan is holding my hand, trying to calm me down. It will be okay, I'm here. He smooths the hair out of my face. Talk to me. Take my mind off this pain. Please, baby. Well, I have a question for you. What? He starts laughing. Can we try for a set of boys next time? Leora reaches up to smack him. Then a contraction makes her cringe. I'm sorry. Baby, we won't do this again, I promise. Yeah, it's all your fault we're having these. You forgot something. Wait a minute. It's your fault too. I can't help it if you make the sweetest noises. And I can't resist you. She growls at him, then calls for the doctor. I feel like I should be pushing. The doctor checks to see how far along she is. It's time to have pups. Look, the first baby is born within 10 minutes. The second baby gives her a 5-minute break, then joins her sister. Well, you have two beautiful girls. Doc, it doesn't feel right, something is wrong. He checks her one more time. Luna, push for me. Why just push? The next thing they hear is a baby crying. The doctor holds the baby up to show them. You have another girl. Ethan looks at the baby, then passes out on the floor. That's why the women have the babies. The doctor says as a nurse bends down to help Ethan off the floor. Once Ethan is steady on his feet again, he kisses me. I'm going to go tell our parents. Ethan enters the waiting room. We have a problem. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Noble. Heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Elara is the first to ask. Is Lyora all right? Are the babies all right? Thorn is on his feet, worried. Well, I guess you could say everyone's all right. But well, we have an extra one. An extra one? Thorn is looking confused. Yeah, an extra one. Alistair realizes what he's saying. She had 3. Yeah. The third one is small, but she's fine. They are all fine. Papa Thorn shakes his head. We're going to need a bigger house. The next hour everyone comes to visit. They are anxious to see Lyora and the babies. Ethan comes in the room carrying Wyatt and Haley in his arms. As everyone is cooing over the babies, Ethan spends his time with the twins, so they don't feel left out. Does Daddy's little troublemakers want to meet your new sisters? He places them both on the bed with me while he brings the girls over one at a time. This is your sister, Hope. I look over to Thorn to see him grinning from ear to ear. Him and I talked and named her after his wife. When Ethan brings the next one over, he tells them, this is Sophia. Ethan puts his arm over his father's shoulder and gives him a half hug as to say from Mom. Now last but not least, our surprise. I named her after my friend. Your Mom, holding back at her in my eye. If it wasn't for her and Nora, I wouldn't have made it. When I was hungry, she fed me. When I got hurt, she actually fixed it. When nobody else would. No one else cared. Ella hugs her. That sounds perfect to me. Thorn says, hey, this is a happy time, no crying. I think Mommy here needs some sleep. Everyone heads out. They'll be back after the twins are settled in. You called them troublemakers. What would you call it when they got into the refrigerator and dumped the milk and juice on the floor, along with most of the eggs? I had to laugh knowing they could be bad as anything. Thank you for loving them. Leora tells Ethan. What are you talking about? They are my pups, why wouldn't I love them? Ethan answers me looking confused. I love you. Everyone left except Thorn. Well, little one, did you see that? He will love them no matter what. I told you he is a good man with a true heart. What would I do without you, Papa Thorn? He kisses me on the forehead. Get some rest. Chapter 47. To tell you how hard the next few weeks were is impossible. I need you to get Phoebe, she's crying, and I have Hope and Sophia in my arms. I got her. She is wet. I'll change her before I give her to you. Mom comes over and is laughing at Ethan. The big bad Alpha is changing diapers. She is my daughter, I can't see the big deal. You would if you were me. Here, let me take her. Alpha Alistair is downstairs and said to tell you you'll eat for some meeting. Should I will be back as fast as I can. Love you. I get a quick peck on my lips, and he's out the door. When the doctor said 3, I almost fainted myself. I knew twins were hard, but triplets are so much worse. Lyora moves Sophia to her bed. Never sleeping and breastfeeding all night, then staying up with the twins, so they don't get left out. Thank the moon goddess for the 4 of you and having 2 nannies. The twins wanted to help with the babies, so they are bringing in their toys to play with them. Mom no sooner said that May stood in the door with 2 bags of toys. Come in and play, it's all right. They climbed on the bed as I put hope in her bassinet. I love to play with the two of you. You brought in Legos. Do you want to build a house? The next 2 hours I had some much needed one-on-one time with Wyatt and Haley. Papa Thorne came up to check on me and saw I was laying under a pile of blocks and ponies and dragons. He started laughing. It was such a hearty laugh it made me laugh too. I came to get the twins for lunch. Are you coming down to join us? I will be right there. I have to tell the nannies I am leaving. The 6 weeks passed so fast, and I am going back to the hospital to finish my internship. 5 months and I will be finished. The first day I have to leave is harder than even having them. It feels so wrong not to be there for them. Do you guys have this? If you want, I can put off the rest of school for a while if you want. Listen to me, you are too close to getting your dream. We have it at home. Go finish. What would I do without you, Ethan? You have been so understanding and supportive. I don't think I would be able to do this without everyone's support. Stop standing around here and get out that door. Papa Thorne says with a big grin on his face. I smile at the room filled with people there to support me and feel loved and safe. Many nights of staying up with the triplets and doing papers have given me bags under my eyes. It is January and I am happy the school closed for a week. They call it winter holiday. The snow is 3 feet deep and the white coat the ground is wearing is beautiful. Your other babies are all asleep. Would you like to take Harmony out for a run with Rocky? I would love that. We never get a chance to let our wolves run. Once we get outside, we strip and shift. Harmony is standing there in her beautiful shining light silver coat. Rocky comes over and nuzzles her. He is strong and Hugo with his mocha, colored fur coat. Let's go. I want to take you to the river. It is one of the prettiest places in the pack. We are right behind you. We spent hours running in the snow and letting our wolves be free. The triplets are 6 months old and sleeping through most of the night. That has made life easier. In a blink of an eye it has made all my hard work paid off. I am graduating with honors. My dream has come true. I am a doctor. We are celebrating this special day. The whole pack is invited. Ethan was so proud of me. Congratulations, little one. I always knew you would do it. You have made me so proud. Papa Thorne. It would not have happened if it wasn't for you. You saved me. I think you saved me. I gave up on family and life being something more than empty. The moon goddess knew we needed each other and planned this. I am working at the hospital. It is everything I hoped and more. I have been helping cancer patients drive. Hence we have a new patient. I would like you to look at him. He is complaining of pain in his lungs. His X-rays don't look good. He has lung cancer. It is clear he has had it for a while. That is what I thought. Our regular treatment isn't going to work. I know the new treatment you are using is having very good results. Do you think you could fit him in on your rounds? I will give it a try. But he is very bad. Have him set up for today and we will start right away. That is how things have been going at the hospital lately. It is keeping me very busy. I came home to Ethan looking in the 2 bedrooms with a content look on his face. What are you thinking? I'm looking at our family. They are growing so fast. The triplets are 8 months old. And the twins are 2 years old already. I have been so blessed life can't get any better. I agree I have the job of my dreams and a family that's perfect. The best part is I have a mate that loves me. And I can't take my eyes off of him. If your mate is that stunning and you can't keep your eyes off him, how about not keeping your hands off him tonight? I think I could be persuaded to do that. If that mate gives me a kiss, I find my feet in the air and my lips covered with a pair of the softest lips and strongest arms around me. How could life get any better? The next day Mr. Martin was knocking at the door. Come in, don't mind the mess. The kids are playing in the living room. This is your last lesson, Leora. You have mastered the cello. I will miss coming here to hear you play. I have gotten the greatest joy listening to you play the piano and then the violin. I find myself engulfed in utter rapture. Well, to celebrate the end of my lesson, I will play you a song on each. That brightened his day. Leora, what is your work schedule for this week? The same as last week. I have a regular rotation now. The doctors were amazed at how my patients with cancer got better. Are you sure they don't suspect something is odd? I don't think so. They seem to accept my explanation. What is your explanation? I just said I used acupuncture and some muscle treatments. This was a lame explanation. They didn't ask more. For the last 2 months of working at the hospital, I had a routine, and patients were doing so much better, thanks to a little blue light. No one seemed to care about the details of how just that it worked. That's good, just be careful. Why did you want to know my schedule? Oh, I have a dinner and I wanted you to come with me. I would like that, it would give us some alone time. Out of the blue, I got a phone call. The Aura. I am calling to have you do another concert for me. This one is in Pennsylvania. Text me the time and place. I will talk it over with my husband and see if we can make it. I need to know soon. Stephen just called. He wants me to do a concert in Pennsylvania. Did he say when? In a week and 2 days. Why don't we bring the whole family? Grandparents and aunts and the Monksians. Stop calling my children Monksians. The rest sounds great. They are my children too, and I like calling them Monksians. Anthony gives me a swat on my butt. I will call the family together and see what they say. It was a no-brainer. They all wanted to go. The trip was all set, and we were leaving in 2 days. Chapter 48. The day before we left, Alistair came to talk to Ethan and me. There is someone that needs your special kind of help. He is a friend of mine. I have known him since we were in diapers. He is on the Werewolf Council, and he is a good man. He has cancer, the last stage. Can you help him? I treat the patients at the hospital a little at a time. This way no one got that suspicious. Do you think he would come here and let me treat him? He could stay a month or so. That way it will not look out of the ordinary. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nobel, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Say he cannot get out of the bed, that he can't come this far. I don't know Alistair. Where is he? What if you made him well enough for the trip and finished it here? Alistair suggests. He lives in Pennsylvania. Ethan, who has been listening this whole time, is worried. He would have to know you have powers to get him that well. Can we trust him with that knowledge? I have not seen him in a year. We talk all the time. He is a good man. I think we can. The council is nothing to play around with. Ethan is sounding frustrated. I don't want the council to know about Mel's gift. They have the power to come in here and take her from us. Lyora, it is up to you. Talk to him and see what you think. Both of you talk to him, then decide. Holding Ethan's hand. It won't hurt to talk to him, don't worry. Only if I get to decide. You never think of keeping yourself safe. Ethan orders in his alpha voice. If that makes you happy, that is fine with me. We don't necessarily have to tell him I have powers. I just have to treat him by myself. Make sure nobody's in the room with us. Wouldn't that be better? How can you tell them not to be in the room without sounding suspicious? I can tell them when I put the needles in, most people jump and make the patient jump, and it could mess with his treatment. Alistair gets a broad smile. That makes a lot of sense. I don't think we will have a problem getting her in there alone. This is a long trip with the whole family and 10 guards. It is a caravan with 4 SUVs and 3 cars. Ethan, we are going to have to find something big enough to carry all of us. This too many cars. I will see about finding something when we get back from this trip. It would be easier to protect you if you were all in one place. I know we said to stop overnight at a hotel, but I don't like it without security. Thorn and Alistair looked at the place we stopped. Son, we have 10 guards. They will have to do. I know it isn't the best, but Thorn and I will stand guard, and Gareth and Finn are also taking guard duty just in case. That makes 14 in you. We should be fine. When we pull up to the hotel, Stephen is outside waiting for us. Thank you for coming. You brought the babies. They are so beautiful. Congratulations. The smile on his face showed how much he loved having the babies there. Who knew he was a big softie? Stephen, I never asked you. Do you have children? No, my true love died before we had a child. My music has become my wife and sons. Alistair, we are here 2 days early. Make sure I can see Martin Donovan as soon as possible. The way we can leave 3 days between treatments. If I do it any sooner, it will be too suspicious. I will call her when I get to my room and settled. Tell her he will have to finish the treatment at Alpac. I can't stay away from my other patients that long. I will make sure she knows. Now you are sounding like Ethan. His nerves are rubbing off on you. You might be right. I just feel jumpy and I don't know why. He puts his arm around her. It is normal to be nervous. I will make sure everything works out. Finally, we are in our rooms and getting settled. Mom, do you have the triplets back? I can't find it with my stuff. No, Mel. Check with Grandpapa Papa Thorn. Thanks. I will. Mel, I think this is yours. Papa Thorn holds up a little unsy. It is pink and has a pink ballerina skirt attached to it. It isn't my style. He looks so funny I can't help but laugh. You are getting sillier the older you get. Papa Thorn. I start to grin. You all right, you see, Meggie. I just told Alistair. I am jumpy and I don't know why. Harmony is also jumpy. There's a lot going on and you can feel it and no stress, relax, you're safe. This is going to be a long 3 days, even with all the help. I need some Tylenol. The aura is rubbing her temples. I have some in my bags, I will get you some. I nod to Papa Thorn and go back to unpacking. Ethan walks into the room. How are things going in here? Why does this trip feel like I'm moving? This is too much stuff. Let me help with that. Ethan takes the other bag to start putting clothes in the closet. Alistair knocks on the door. Hi, just letting you know Martin's wife called. Did she say where she wanted us there? When she called, she asked if we are not too tired, that she would like it if we could all come for dinner. Including the pups. She said she loved babies. Her grown kids refused to give her any grand pups. Ethan looks at me. What do you think? That's fine if she understands that we just got out of a car. She heard you. He holds up the phone. Last time we went out for a concert we had a lot of fun. I'd love to do that again. Ethan rubs his hand down her back to her butt. Not happening. Do you remember what we got from that wonderful trip? Let me remind you. I point to the pups that are asleep in the beds on the other side of the room. I wouldn't mind a few more. Smirks Ethan. I'd love another boy or two. We have enough for now. We'll talk about it in 2 or 3 years. You are no fun. If you are a good boy and this time use a condom, we can practice till we get it right. Ethan starts kissing me. Then another knock comes to the door. Ethan growls. What is it? Chapter 49. I have a note for you. You have a visitor in the lobby. Ethan opens the door and takes the note. Who is it? The note says someone that knows you and cares about you. Get Mom to watch the pups and we can go down together. Ethan comes back with Mom. I am feeling uneasy, like something bad is going to happen. As we go downstairs, Harmony starts to pace, making me feel even more on edge. There's a man standing at the counter. His back is to us. Can I help you? When he turns around, it's a face that I know, one I did not want to see again. Hello, sweetheart. For a few seconds I freeze. Hello, Beta Rogan. I am unable to move my feet. They are stuck in place, not sure what to do. Ethan mind links Thorn. Get down here with Dad and the rest of them, her father is here. And I don't know if he's alone. I have been looking for you for 2.5 years. Why, you never wanted me before. I deserve that. I have not been fair to you. Frozen in place. Fear is in my eyes. Ethan wraps his arm around me, trying to give me his strength and comfort. Thorn and the rest come down to circle us in, including Gareth. Rogan sees 6 guards along with Thorn, Alistair, and Gareth. He decides to back up. He is sizing up a situation, then looks at me. I just want to talk to you. There is no need for all this. Who else is with you? Ethan asks. I came alone. I felt that I had to find her and make sure she was safe. You can see I am fine, so you can leave. Would you please just let me talk to you? Alone. That is not going to happen. Ethan steps up to him. Then can we talk where not everyone is watching and listening to what I have to say? Ethan points. There is a restaurant, it is empty. Alistair and Gareth along with the guards waited for us a few tables away. Thorn was going to wait with them. He stood next to the table with us. Rogan is perturbed having him there. Can't he wait with the rest of them? No, I want Papa Thorn to come with us. Rogan looked at the man I called Papa Thorn, then at me, not knowing how he felt about the name. You wanted to talk. Talk. I am cold and uncaring as I speak to him. There's a lot that I have done wrong. I cannot change that. When you left that day and I did not know where you were, I just about lost my mind. It took you leaving for me to see you for who you are. I have tried for years to tell you that I am not my mother, but you would not listen. I don't believe you are here just to make sure I am all right. I have only seen you for your mother. That was wrong. With what I have done and the pack is done, I know you will never want to come back. Not with the life you have now. He pauses. Please know how sorry I am and give me a chance to prove it. How do you plan to do that? Ethan sounds overly protective. I would like you to come home to your mate and let your brother and him also make it up to you. Ethan is growling deep in his chest, looking at him like he is ready to tear him apart. She is my mate. My goddess-given mate. I wasn't stupid enough to reject her like someone else was. Putting my hand on his arm to calm him down. The mate you speak of rejected me. The moon goddess has blessed me with a second chance mate. Oh, for Ethan. We are very happy and have a good life. How can you have a second chance mate that soon? Maybe the moon goddess saw how hurtful the first mate she gave me was, then blessed me with Ethan. We have been together for almost as long as I have been gone. We have had pups and have a life that I will not give up for the likes of a mate that looks down on me, and your pack that thinks I am not good enough. Our pack has changed. They want you. The same as Kale wants you. He is not mated because he is waiting for you to come back. Tell him not to wait any longer. I am a doctor and a pianist. That is why I am here. I have a family that loves me. This pack calls me Luna. They want me. Some of your pack were good people and I wish no one harm. I just want to live my life in peace. I want to live here with my mate where I am safe and loved. You don't think we will love you or would keep you safe? You're wrong. We all miss you. We want you and need you. Ethan yells. She answered, you now leave her be. I stand up. You threw me away like I was trash. This trash has no use for you. If you or any of your pack thinks to come and take her from us, I promise that you will not live to see the next day. Papa Thorn says, standing protectively next to me. Who do you think you are? Rogan says angrily, this time in feeling pissed. He is my father. He knows how to love someone. Take care of them, hurt them, or let others hurt them. He is my true father. My only father. I hug Papa Thorn. Tears are getting harder to hold back. Papa Thorn hugs me back. This is my daughter. Don't ever think you can take her from me or any of us. You won't like the consequences. Ethan stands, picking me up because my legs are shaking, about to give out under me. Softly he tells me, you're safe, I promise. Papa Thorn turns to face Rogan eye to eye. It's time for you to leave. You're not getting anywhere near her. He shoves his chair back as he stands, then throws it across the room. You have no right. Chess. My daughter. You gave up the right to call her your daughter the first time you hit her. When he goes to walk out, he stops at Gareth. You are the one that started all this. You have taken my wife and now you have my daughter. He swings a punch at him. Gareth, seeing what he was going to do, blocks it and punches him in the jaw. The guards grab him, taking him outside, not wanting to make a bigger scene. When Ethan brings me in the room, Alara runs over to us. Is she going to be all right? I am fine. He just scares me. Even after all this time. Ethan lays me on the bed. I will console tonight. No, that man needs me. Just let me rest for a while. Alara, take the pups to the other room with the nanny so she can rest. Ethan strokes my face. When I have made sure everyone is safe, I will come back and hold you. It's all right. I'm just going to rest. Leora is just lying there in as small of a ball as she can get, hiding under the covers. Ethan sees this as he walks back in. Baby, are you all right? She doesn't answer. So, he slides in behind her, wraps his arms around her, whispering in her ear. In here you're safe, I promise. Baby, please talk to me. You can't let them do this to you. I'm fine. I just feel like the little girl that hid from the pain when I was with them. Give me some time in your arms and I will be fine. I close my eyes to sleep for an hour before we have to get ready for dinner. Ethan brushes the hair from my face. You have to get ready now. Baby, do you feel any better? Yeah, I feel a little more like myself. Your arms and sleep have helped. Alora and the two nannies bring the pups back in. All three girls are dressed in matching dresses. They are so cute. Wyatt is in a suit. Haley picked out a dress that was different than the triplets. She's 2 and so independent. We're going to take the pups down to the car. Everyone else is already loaded up. Are you going to be ready soon? Yes, in just putting on a little eye make-up. He'll be there in 2 minutes more. The ride doesn't take long. We find ourselves in front of a mansion. The house is at least 5 stories tall. The outside has fountains and beautiful gardens that sends the smell of flowers throughout the yard. There are guards all over the place. He's like a king or something. Chapter 50. It is nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Alistair, how are you? Darla. I'm fine. How is Martin? Achias, looking forward to seeing you. Oh, my goddess. Look at those pups. They're so beautiful. I'm sorry. You are so handsome. These are my grandpups I told you about. You are so blessed. She glares at her daughter. Alistair, do you remember my daughter? Regina. Yes, I haven't seen you since you were like this high. Alistair holds his hand about 3 feet off the ground. See this? Darla points at the pups. This is what I want you to do. Mom, enough. Henry and I will have pups when we are ready, but I would love to play with these little ones. This is Iora, the doctor I told you about, and this is my son. Martin would have liked to come down to meet you, but he doesn't have the strength to come downstairs. He can barely sit up. Well, while the rest of them get settled, would you like to take me up to see him? Regina, make our guests comfortable while I take Iora up to see your dad. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Milburn, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Are you awake? He rolls over to look at his wife. This is Iora, the Dr. Alistair told us about. She's come to help you. Darla, why don't you go downstairs? And I will give him his first treatment now. He'll be down in about a half hour. Are you sure you don't need any help? No, thank you. She leaves, looking back at her husband before she steps out of the room. Hello, Mr. Donovan. Are you ready for your first treatment? Call me Martin. Alistair has told me a lot about you. One day maybe I'll get to hear you play. He says you play like an angel. It would be an honor to have you hear me play. Let's get you better first. The treatments are simple. You'll have to roll you onto your stomach. I'm going to take this towel and cover your head. It allows you to relax better. Are you really sure this is going to help? All I can tell you is that it won't make it any worse. So we might as well try. His case is really bad harmony. I can feel it as I am healing him. You can fix this. But it is going to take some time. Don't rush and drain your energy. I will give you some of my strength. I leave my hands on his back for 5 minutes, then start to just rub his shoulders. Enthusiasm, and I are talking. He was down to earth and reminded me of Alistair. I can see why they are friends. I feel so warm inside. I actually feel better. Let me take the towel off your head. Then it'll help you roll over and sit up. The look on his face has made my bad day so much better. I can see you have some color in your face. I think this treatment might work for you if we keep it up. I can tell it helped a lot. Would you please send my wife up? I'm actually hungry and would like something to eat. I would love to do that. Then I put my hand on his arm. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Milburn, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Don't try to walk or anything. Just rest. I go into the dining room. Darla, Martin asked if you would bring him some food. He is hungry. He wants something to eat. He hasn't eaten anything in 2 days. Well, He is sitting up waiting for you. Darla's face is all smiles as she excitedly leaves the room with a plate of food. As we are just about done eating, Darla comes back to the dining room. I don't know what you did, but he looks so much better. He even held my hand. Why don't we leave and let you and him spend some time together? Maybe even your daughter would like to see him. I will see him in 2 days and give him another treatment. Thank you for a wonderful dinner. No, thank you. Darla and Regina head upstairs to see Martin as we drive off. Driving home, I put my head on Ethan's shoulder. Baby? I'm really tired. His cancer was bad. It seemed to take a lot of my energy. I had to ask Harmony to help me. You'll see if I can get the nannies to take the pups to another room, so you can get some sleep. I fell asleep fast, though it didn't last long, waking up at 4 in the morning with Ethan sound asleep next to me. Not wanting to wake up Ethan, I put on my robe and headed to the piano downstairs. When I feel this bad music is what calms me. Would you two mind coming with me? I am not stupid enough to go anywhere without protection. Yes, of course. Lunia. The 2 guards follow her down to the concert hall where they wait outside the door. I start to play. The first song is sad. It lets out some of my feelings. When I start the second one, I feel calmer, more relaxed, until I hear someone in the space behind me. You can still play. Do you remember the one that you would sing too? It was your happy song. I change the song and start to sing. That's the one. You have really gotten so good. What do you really want? Beta Rogan. I told you the truth. I want you to come home. Don't you want me to be happy? I had everything that I have ever dreamed of. You can have it in our pack. We want you. For real, the pack has missed you. Don't I count? Don't I deserve a life? The pack had 18 years of my life. Don't I deserve the next 18? Well, we can talk about this later. What have you been doing? Does it matter? To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilban, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. It matters. You have been gone for over 2 years. I've missed it. I was just wondering what you have been up to. Well, I already told you basically what I had been doing downstairs. Well, I was kind of nervous and I didn't hear what you were saying. Well, I've visited about 15 states. Most of this country is beautiful. I came to my new pack. Found my mate. Found my mother. I now have a little sister. You mean your mother had another kid? Michael tightens his fists on both sides of his body. Yes, she did. A beautiful little girl named Carly. I'm sorry. It was a shock. Please tell me what else has happened. I finished high school and medical school. I'm now a doctor, specializing in cancer. You know what I do here? You have seen me. You know I am playing a concert tonight. I built me a family. I have Thorn, who is my father. Not your real father. She has been more of a father than you ever were. I also have a Laura, who is my mother. Gareth for a stepfather. I have an Uncle Finn, a father-in-law, Alistair. I also have a brother, Brandon, who is the beta of the pack. I have a mate that didn't reject me, who wanted me from the minute he saw me. And I have 5 beautiful children. If you are my father, and you love me, why would you want me to give up my dream? Your dream doesn't let me in. That's your choice. You are more than welcome to come visit, as long as that is all you want. I don't need any more broken bones or black and blues. To be made to think I'm not worth anything. Or my heart broken. Not anymore. I could always take you with me tonight. You could try, but I'm not here alone. I have my guards outside the door. My mate is coming. And I know how to fend you off till someone gets here. I didn't say I was going to take you. I'm just saying I want you home. I miss you. Like usual, you only think of you and nobody else. Rogan runs his fingers through his hair. I can't get through to you. You're not listening to me. It would be better if you come back on your own. As he turns, he sees Ethan coming on the stage. He then throws Rogan across the room. I heard what you said. She stays with us. Get the hell out of here. And don't let me see you ever again. Once Rogan leaves, Ethan sits on the bench next to me. You know they're not going to stop. They're just going to keep coming. Well, take care of it. Baby, don't worry. Why don't you come back to bed? I'm not really tired. Who says you have to sleep? Did you remember the condoms? Hitting his forehead with the palm of his hand, he says no. Well, then you got your answer no. Ethan makes a puppy dog face, causing Lyora to pat him on his head like he is too. What is a promise to pull out? I want to feel my wife tonight. If you are a good boy, I can let you come in my hand or my mouth, that is it. I am in his arms and we are going to our room. I need to feel his warmth as much as he needs to feel mine. Chapter 51. The concert starts in an hour. Lyora is backstage with Stephen just talking and getting ready. How's the cello coming? Can I borrow the girl's cello? I'll show you. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilban. Heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. The two of them walk over to the cello. Lyora sits and begins to play. Stephen claps his hands and says, "Bravo, and you still have 6 months to go. By then you will play better than anyone on the stage." I roll my eyes, he's so unminded. I don't know about that, but I will play the best I can. People are starting to be seated. I put the cello down and headed backstage. I hate waiting. It is too easy to get lost in my thoughts. Lyora, you're needed on stage. Stephen greets her, then takes her hand and walks her out onto the stage. This is Lyora Hins. She's going to play you 3 songs that I know you will love. When she comes out to sit on the bench, Rogan is in the audience, and she sees him. She sits to play her songs. The first are songs by Mozart. The third was supposed to be by Bach. She looks at the keys and changes her mind. I have someone in the audience that requested this song. I hope you enjoy it. Her father had asked about her happy song earlier when they met. She decided to play and sing You Were the First to Love Me from Verdi's Rigoletto. The words of that song are of love and hope, so she decided to sing it to show him that she has love and hope. When I'm done playing and singing, which no one expected me to sing, there were people crying in the audience. The applause is astounding. Stephen comes out on the stage, whispers in my ear, "You never told me you could sing opera." Whispering back, smiling, "You never asked." Stephen shakes his finger at me and mocks scolding as we both smile at each other. "Are you ready for the violin? I sang for you, isn't that enough?" Stephen is shaking his head and waving his hands. No, no. No, no. Then he motions for someone backstage to bring out my violin. "Ladies and gentlemen, this most talented woman will now play the violin for you." "Thank you, Stephen." The songs I've each chosen for the violin are light and airy. The 3 are played in a row just like the piano. The audience yells encore. Going, I walk off stage. So tired from the long day. "You are an amazing woman," Stephen tells me. "If I had known you could sing like that, I would not have asked you to learn another instrument. We are going to have the best concert and show the music world how extraordinary you are. We will talk about it after I rest up from this concert." The next morning, we sleep in, spending the day just relaxing, playing with the babies, until we had to go see Martin for his next treatment. Darla greets us. "Hello, Lyora and Ethan. I have heard wonderful things about your concert last night. It's nice to see you again. Darla, is it all right if I head straight up to see Mitch? Did you bring it with you?" "Yes, I brought it. I was honored that he asked me to play for him. Will you join us for the musical part?" "I would love that. Ethan, I will be back down in a few minutes." Darla leads me back to Martin's room. "I came back to give you another treatment, but someone told me you wanted to hear me play. I brought my violin and thought I would play one song before your treatment." "That is too much to ask for. You might not like my playing, so how do you know it is too much? I might be using you as a guinea pig and make your ears hurt." "I don't believe that," Martin says as he holds his wife's hand. "I play for his wife and him. If I am being a guinea pig and that sound is to hurt my ears, I would be your guinea pig for life. I am glad you liked it. I expect to see you at my next concert. Now for your treatment." That is my cue to join them downstairs. Darla leaves me to help her husband. After this treatment he can actually stand and walk slightly. "You will have to come to my pack and stay for about a month so we can continue your treatments. I'll set arrangements up to come to your pack in about a week. No walking on your own and only small distances. Don't push yourself, it may have you relapse." We shake hands and I go downstairs. "Are you done with Martin?" "Baby. Yes, it's time for us to go." Darla gave me a hug. "I'll see you in about a week." Back at the hotel, everybody goes to the dining hall for dinner. Uncle Thorne, Dad, We are going to leave first thing in the morning. I don't think it's safe for us to stop over at a hotel like we did on the way here. I think you're right. What do you think? I agree with the two of you. It's better not to take a risk. Let's get everything together when we get back to the rooms. I'd like to leave at like 5 in the morning. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilben, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Would you mind if I stayed here for a couple of days? I have something personal to take care of. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilben, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Do you need help? No, Alpha. I got it. Just take care of the Luna and the little Alphys. Baby, it is so early the babies are cranky and are going to cry a good way down the road. I would rather they cry and be safe than sleep and get taken. I didn't mean it that way. I just wanted you to expect them to be cranky. Nyora looks defeated. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I am edgy and want my family safe. One that would be safe if it was for me. Ethan grabs her shoulders. I don't ever want to hear that from you again. I wouldn't have a family if it was for you. I love you, and none of this is your fault. Those idiots are to blame. He pulls her in and holds her until she relaxes in his arms. They get home late that evening. On the way home, when they are close enough, Ethan links Brandon. I want the border patrol doubled. He'll explain when I get in. Beta Brandon is at the house when we pull up. Alpha, I have some own gazer here to help get everyone settled. Thank you. Brandon, I didn't think of that. Meet me in the office in 20 minutes. Once the children are in bed and safe, Ethan kisses Lyra. I have to take care of the pack. I will be back shortly. Don't overwork yourself. I need you. She gives him a peck on his lips before he heads to the office. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilben, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Why did we double the border security? Brandon is very protective of his pack. Rogan was at the concert. They know where Lyra is. We've all been nervous on the way home. Afraid they would come after us. Chapter 52. They haven't heard from Rogan, Organ, or the Skyline pack. Enthusiasm. In the week they have been home. They are a little relieved when Martin shows up. Being on the council, he brings an army of his own. Welcome to the Sliver Lake pack. Thank you for having us. Martin is still weak, but he stands to shake hands with Ethan and Alistair. Darla, you are going to stay with us. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilben, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. You will be at the hospital for at least 2 weeks. Then you can stay at our house. If things go well, you can go back and forth to the hospital for your treatments. Martin was walking around and feeling much better, and as I told him, he moved in the house with his wife. Ethan, you are so blessed with all these babies. Martin was bouncing Hope on his knee. I hope that Regina will do this soon. When she came to visit, she was having so much fun with them. I have my fingers crossed. Fortunately, this is your last checkup, Martin. If you pass this test, you will be going home tomorrow. If I am honest, I will miss being here. You have a wonderful family. I know we will miss you and your wife. I know the kids will miss you both. You have spoiled them. A nurse came in with the report. The Aura smiled. Well, my dear friend, you get to go home. Martin got up and hugged her. Thank you for giving me a chance at a longer life to spend with my family. Go home and tell Darla she will be happy. The next morning we were in the yard saying goodbye. Thank you for having us and all you did. Darla said her phone rang. Hold on a minute. Darla answers her phone. Her face lights up. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilben, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. You are. I'm so happy. I'll talk to you when we get home. She then runs to me and hugs me. You're my miracle worker. You not only saved my husband, but because of you, Regine, I decided to have a pup. I hugged her back. I'm so happy for you. Maybe one day when we are in Pennsylvania, we will stop to see your grand pup. I would love that, and so would Regina. The hospital seems busier thanks to Martin. He has told everyone about my great work. The council had even decided to help the hospital out with some very needed medical equipment. Luna Aura, a truck is here with a delivery for the hospital. We didn't order anything. It has a message with it. What does it say? Brandon, for all your great work helping the werewolf community. The council. I can't believe they did this. See what they did for us. It's all because of you, baby. I'm just glad everything is going back to normal. Maybe the Skyline Pack has decided I deserve my happy ending. Don't count on that, you have to be careful. They might want us to relax in the attack. You're right, but I could dream Caldentai. If you are going to dream, I want you to dream about you being in my arms. Why do I have to dream about that when all I have to do is walk over and have you hold me? What would you think about getting us all together and having a picnic in the backyard? I would like that. The triplets are starting to walk. And the twins are in everything. They would like to play outside with their daddy. Daddy would like to play with them too. But I think it would be more fun to play with Mommy. I slap him and take off running. I went home and saw my Papa Thorn sitting in the middle of 3 walkers with the girls cooing and giggling at him. Simply having a ball. Papa Thorn, we are having a picnic with the whole family. If you don't mind playing a little longer while I make the food. I am following Finn, he is meeting a friend. He is being very secretive about this person. You think he has a girlfriend? I don't know for sure. But I am going to find out. What are you going to find out? Alistair says as he comes in the kitchen. Papa Thorn thinks Finn has a girlfriend. It would be about time he is in his 30s. You want to come with me and spy on him? That sounds like fun, Thorn. It is about time we got even with him for all the shit he has tricked us with over the years. The two of them head off to spy on Finn. I have to laugh at how normal my family is. I get the biggest kick out of their male rivalry. Later that night we set up a picnic in the backyard with family and a few friends. Brandon even came over and brought his girlfriend. Ethan started teasing Brandon. Is she going to be our next female beta? Brandon whispers. Keep it down. I only met her 2 days ago. I don't want her getting ideas before I know her. Part of me thinks I should wait a little longer for my mate. Oh, come on, she is cute with that long blonde hair and pretty blue eyes. What are you looking at my date for? You have a mate, and a cute one at that. So you think Luna is cute, do you? Have you been watching her? Is there something going on I should know about? Ethan has a serious expression on his face, but I know he is playing because he winked at me. Oh, forget real. Who would look at your mate? I mean, no one wants to die. She might be cute, but it isn't worth it. Now the Luna isn't worth it. You are lying to me to get me off the trail that you want my mate. Alpha, I don't know how you got this idea, but I don't want a Luna for anything but a Luna. Thorn, hearing this, is getting a kick out of Brandon squirming. I heard him outside the house a few times. Maybe he is a peeping Tom trying to get a peek at your mate. Brandon throws his hands up. Only time I am outside your house is on guard duty. I never peek. He is now frustrated. Will you stop teasing him before he has a heart attack? Papa Thorn and Ethan start laughing. Don't worry, Brandon. We know you all aren't that type. Go get a beer and relax with your friend. You two weren't so mean picking on him like that. He is a good beta. And you almost scared him away. What did you find out about Finn? He definitely has a girlfriend. I heard him on the phone with her before he went there. He went and got groceries for dinner. He will bring her around when he is ready. Let's get the food put up and call it a night. Chapter 53. It is summer. The weather was hot. We were having a party for the 4th. The pack is having a barbecue and fireworks. Dad, it is nice to have you back. How has the search gone? No sign yet. I have plans to leave for Kentucky in 2 days, then I'm going to Pennsylvania. I came home, I missed the pack and you guys. Kale and his dad are over there. Why don't you go say hi? They'll be right over. Hello. Alpha Kale. Alpha Kevin. You look tired. Are you doing all right? I am holding my own. What have you been up to? I haven't seen you in a while. Still looking for Aura. I have been in every state on the West Coast. And in the Midwest. All I have left is the East Coast. I might find her yet. Time for me to rest. I will talk to you again soon. Kevin walks back to the pack house with a nurse at his side. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeline Logan, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. You have been gone almost 6 months this time. I think you have spent enough time looking for her. She has to be out there somewhere, and I only have 10 states left. Might as well finish checking them all out. I have always hoped you would find her. I think I have wanted her back as much as you have. If she came back on her own, I would make her my Luna. She would never leave this pack for any reason, but she would be my Luna. The thing is, I think if she came back, it would be kicking and screaming. If she did that, I am afraid your daughter would be chained to the bed, and she will learn real fast not to fight me. The pups will have to be taught to follow our rules, and they better behave or else. Rogan is not happy with what Kale is saying. Let's change subjects. Your dad looks bad. He is losing his battle with cancer. I have sent feelers out for a doctor that might be able to help him. Nothing yet. I'm sorry to hear that. He always helped me and was a good alpha. I sent out all of the pictures. I had them computer graded to match what she looks like now. Not that I think they will do any good. It's been 2.5 years and nothing yet. Kale is angry but also sad about the whole thing. Jackson comes over. What are you talking about? Leora. I sometimes want to give up on her. I just can't. I am like you, Rogan. I am running out of time though. My dad wants me to mate and have a Luna before he dies. I will most likely pick that redhead. She is crazy and bad and has been chasing me for 2 years. Speak of the devil. How is my girl? Hey Alpha. Would you like to come dance with me? Kale smirks at Jackson and Michael. Let me see your moves, girl. Enjoy your night. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeline Nilben. Heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Jackson walks off to enjoy the rest of the party, leave his dad there. The next morning, Alpha Kale calls Rogan into his office. You wanted to talk to me, Alpha. I found a group that does missing persons. They cost money, but they guarantee to find them, or you get your money back. The reason I haven't contacted them is they are rough. If she fights them, they might hurt her. Give me the next 4 months to search the last 10 states. I might be able to talk her into coming home or get her myself. It would save a shit ton of money. If I don't find her, then contact them. Finder will give you 4 months to find her. I will start tomorrow instead of staying here for a while. Kale is looking at his phone. It has been almost 2 weeks since Rogan left. He said he would call in every 2 weeks to check on things and give me an update. Not that I have any hope. The phone buzzes, and it shows Rogan's name. Hey Rogan, you are calling early. Get Jackson. I found her. He is totally out of breath. He is here. You found her. My wolf is jumping and dancing in my head. The bastard has not talked to me right since she left. He is the reason I haven't taken another wolf. He won't stop his howling in my head. According to him, it hurts him to touch any other female. I think he is doing it to get even with me for rejecting her. Have you ever tried to fuck somebody with someone crying and whining in your head? It can't be done. Well, not without a headache. That takes away most of the fun. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeline Logan. Heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Where is she? What did you find out? I think I found her. There's a picture of her on this hotel. Something about her playing the piano. He'll get back to you when I know for sure. She looks a little older in this picture. But it's her. It has to be. My wolf thinks so too. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeline Nilben. Heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Call me as soon as you know something. I called and hear him. What did you find? She's in Pennsylvania. She's looking at a picture of her at some hotel. She's playing the piano there. As soon as he knows any more, she's going to call me back. That's good. We finally found her. It took a hell of a long time. Someone had to have helped her to stay gone this long. Do you think we should get on a plane and head out there? Your dad might need help. Jackson is thinking about it. We should wait for Dad to call back. We don't know what is going on, and it's not smart to go out there blind and unprepared. You're using your head. We know she joined another pack and it might cause a war. They sit there looking at each other, and the phone waiting. For it to ring. I can't sit here and wait like this. I need a drink. That is the first smart thing you said in a while. They both head out to the bar area in the pack house. Neither one wants to miss the phone call. Jackson pours them each a whiskey. What do you think she'll be like when she gets back? I don't know what she's going to be like. I don't think she changed much. Man, she's got pups. She's got mated. There's going to have to be some changes. Jackson shrugs his shoulders. Cale slams his glass on the table. Yeah, whoever that supposed mate of hers is, I'll kill that son of a bitch. Then I'm going to fuck him right out of her head. Chapter 54. Cale and Jackson continue to drink for several hours until the phone finally rings. Cale puts the phone on speaker. Is it her? Yes, it's her. I actually talked to her. How did the talk go? What did she say? Both of them are talking at the same time. One at a time. Rogan shouts. Cale holds up his hand to Jackson. Just start at the beginning and tell us what's going on. She is actually a pianist for an orchestra. From what I found out, she's becoming pretty famous. She was here when I first saw the picture. That's why it took so long to call you. She was due to come in today, so I waited. When she got here, she came with an army. I watched them from a corner across the street, where she cowled to see me. There were 18 people in her party. She had the older children and children. Those kids are mine. Wait a minute. She had kids with him. Will you let me finish? Rogan yells over the phone. Jackson hits Cale in the arm, shutting him up. After they all went up to their rooms, I sent a message up to her telling her that someone who knew and cared about her wanted to talk to her. I didn't think she would want to come if she knew it was me. She came down to see who sent the message. When she saw me, she was not happy. Her mate came with her, and a guy she calls Popoth on came down right after with a group of men. The guy Popoth on, from what I get, picked her up when she left. Picked up. Jackson cocks his head. Confused. He drives big trucks, and he took her cross-country to his pack. He acts like HES her father too. I told her that what we did was wrong, then tried to tell her that we were sorry. I even told her that when she left, and we didn't find her, I damn near lost my mind. She must have felt bad doing that to you. I mean, you are her father. Hell, she did that to me, her brother. Shit, you are such an ass, Jackson. She left me, I am her mate. Were you to stop bickering? She didn't feel bad in the least. She didn't act it, from what I saw. I went as far as to tell her that I couldn't see her for who she was until she was no longer there. That the whole pack needs her. That they would accept her. Then went on to tell her that her life is nice now, but if she would come back, we would prove to her that we wanted her and she will be happy home where she belonged. Her brother wanted a second chance. Her mate wanted her and missed her. What did she say? Will she give us a chance? Cale was so hopeful. Her mate got pissed at me over that comment. When I said that about her mate, she said, "You mean the mate that rejected me?" Then she told me she's got a second chance mate. His name is Alpha Ethan from the Silver Lake pack. Cale punched the table so hard he broke it. Ethan, that motherfucker. I talked to him. He said he didn't see her. And HES had my mate all this time. Isn't he the one that you asked to your Alpha party? Yeah, I thought we were friends. That shows you how stupid I was. According to her, they mated as soon as they met. They mated almost the whole time she's been gone. And they have pups together. Jackson remarks, "That must be the 3 little ones you mentioned." Yes, he had 3 girls. Look, she's the Luna of the pack, a doctor and a concert pianist. According to some of the stagehands, she's been doing this for over a year now. She said she's got a new family, a bunch of people that love her, a pack that loves her, and she doesn't want to leave. She has no choice, she's coming home to me, she's my mate. Either you talk her into coming home, or we will drag her ass back here. She feels safe and loved there. I told her again that we love her, and will keep her safe. That she's wrong. We want her and need her. Her mate, that Ethan guy, tells me enough cause Lyora started getting upset. Her legs were shaking, and she was afraid of us. She should be afraid of us. She is not going to like it if I come for her. I am going to chain her to my bed, and she is going to make up for the last 2 years of not satisfying me. Ethan told me that if any of us tries to take her, we're going to get killed. Then that guy she calls Papa stands in front of her like I'm going to hurt her. So I asked him, who does he think he is? Then she yells at me. Yes, my father. 'Cause he loves me. And he takes care of me. And he has never hurt me. Yeah, well, he didn't raise her. That's right, Dad, you are her father, and they can't change that. Then she told me H is her only father, and starts hugging the bastard in front of me. I was getting so pissed. Well, by this time her mate came over, kicked her up, then carried her out. That's all I can tell you. 'Cause me and that big bastard got into a fight. Security came and kicked me out. I wasn't allowed back in. Then how are you going to keep an eye on her? I have a ticket for her concert. They can't keep me out. But I'm going to stay here and watch her. See where they go and what they do. I'll get back to you in a day or 2. Can you believe that bitch? She doesn't want to come home. Jackson starts to pace. What are you talking about? She made it my friend, Ethan. What fuck shit is that? I thought you were friends. You went to Alpha School together. When I came up to visit, the 2 of you looked like you were getting along. I thought so too. I called him. He told me about his mate. And he couldn't come because his mate was having pups. Holy shit, they were my pups. Here's my pups. I will kill them. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilban. Thanks for your unfading patience, enthusiasm. He took my life. Then he got her pregnant again. Furniture is breaking all around the office.